Well, I just wanted to reach in to let you know that it is someone upset with you today. Because I want to tell you something, that the devil has an issue with chosen ones, all right? And it is somebody up there in your life, in your environment somewhere. And this message may not be for everybody. These messages come, they may be for you, they may not be. But I want you to know that there is someone today upset and mad at you because you can see through them. You can see through to the core of them. It's somebody out there that is like a wandering type of a spirit. No matter who whatever comes into their life, they can never get settled. They can never sit still. They can never sit down. And it's not because they're extremely busy. It is because that person has a lot of lower energies or demonic spirits on the inside of them, and it causes them to be all over the place. I want you to understand that they're mad at you because you have found solitude inside of who you are. You have found God in such a way that you're able to be alone and you don't freak out about it. You're able to sit still and be okay. And I want you to know that they mad at you because you ain't running around like somebody crazy. I want you to understand that the devil inside of them folk is straight up mad because it cannot influence you. I want you to know that that person wanted to come into your life to make it hell. I want you to understand this, that same spirit or those same spirits that's in that person that causes that person to lie, to scheme, to steal, to just be all over the place. Have you ever just been around somebody? I had an encounter with somebody that can never be still. It's like they have a wandering type of a spirit. No matter how good you were to them, or no matter who they're around. Let me call you back. Let me do this and that. I'll get back with you. And have you always wondered, they always got somebody that they can run to? It's always like an entourage, because a spirit like that has to have supply from people. That type of spirit can never just be in stillness and be calm. And they're sitting over there mad at you because you can. They don't understand why the things that they use on other men or other women ain't hitting with you. And the reason why it's not hitting with you is because you can literally sit there and see the spirit of the devil moving throughout them people. I want you to understand the devil ain't happy because of the fact that he can't use that person, that individual to get you down. I want you to understand that today. And I know sometimes as a chosen one, we ride alone sometimes. Yes, we do have people that's like a core group that we trust. And I'm telling you, that group is Cheerio small. But I want you to understand that everybody want to hit at a chosen one. Everybody wants that. That demon from hell knows that it is a supernatural spirit inside of you that it's really strong. And that's not to say that people don't have the spirit of God in them. That's not what I'm saying. But when you're chosen, it's different. It's a different type of energy that God gives you, a different type of power that God gives you. And it's because of what you're here to do for the kingdom of heaven. And I want you to understand that sometimes you look at them folks and you get irritated with them, or you may just like, why can't they just get somewhere and just sit down? And the reason why, I just want to free somebody's mind today. The reason why that person can't get nowhere and sit down, because that ain't even them to make them run around like they crazy. That's spirits inside of those folk that causes them to never be satisfied. I want you to understand, no matter what you could have done to please that person, you could have loved that person, you could have poured it on thick with love and compassion and prayer and everything else. But I want you to understand that when the devil has gotten his claws and his spirits inside of somebody, they can't hear you. They can't hear you even if they wanted to. And the reason why they sitting over there mad at you today is because you can see through them. You can see through them, and they don't like that. They want to try to gaslight you and convince you sometimes that it's you. But I'm just here to be a voice of reason for you, to let you know that it ain't you, it is them. And them is the enemy, the spirit of the devil inside of folks that causes them to never get somewhere and sit it down. I know people right now that are in their 70s losing hearing in one ear. I know this today. This is a bona fide fact. Do you not know that spiritually that person is trapped at about the age of 15 years old? That demon has came into that person's whole mind and kept them stuck at about the age of 15-year-old. Now that's 70 years old, 70 plus years old, but they're mentally they're 15. And don't you know that that person every Friday night runs the streets or disappears? Every Friday night, I know a person that's dealing with somebody of this age, dealing with a man that does that. He dresses up and puts on all these clothes and runs around like a fool. I want you to understand that God is saying as chosen people that you don't have to deal with that, because there's too many good people that are also chosen that can get somewhere and sit down. They can get somewhere and sit down. And I am not talking about, just being struck up in the house all the time. I just want to clarify that. I'm just talking about someone that doesn't have rest within their whole spirit. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't have rest. They're still doing the things that they did when they were 15 years old that was foolish. When God matures a soul, childlike things fall away, and they grow into what I call a spiritual sonship with our Father, to where we're able to be spiritually mature in our spirit. But if the enemy could come in through trauma and trap your mind at the age where the trauma happened, do you not know that he will take you and just play with you for the rest of your life, where you never find your purpose, where you never find God the way that you should, where you never can let the stuff go that may have happened to you by your parents, where you can never let stuff go. You harbor that, you allow that spirit to whisper that in your mind to where it becomes calloused and your heart is numb, because the spirit that lives on the inside of you is dominating you, where you never really tap into the full potential of why God even created you, that you're 70, 80 years old, running around here looking like a fool. You don't have any credit. You don't even know how to get a car on your own. You don't know how to pay a bill. You haven't even matured enough up in your spirit because you run in the streets like you're 15 years old. And I am just saying that people like that are mad at you because you're somewhere and you're sitting down. You've allowed God to process you. You've went through the fire and came out not smelling like smoke. You've literally taken the time to sit through your pain and allow God to process your issues, and they mad and they hating on you because you did the work. Until the next video, guys. Peace, because I believe in you. Bye now.